Exactly, Spanish vibes for the Spanish GP. Let's get straight into it. No time wasted. It is time for Bromula One, people. As we are on the grid for the Spanish GP, the lights are out and the drivers are away on board with Kerio. Kerio starting P16. Very bad qualifying from him. Let's see what he can do into turn 1. Just goes for an insane dive down the inside of two cars, going 3 wide through turn 1. Getting pushed out by Giovinazzi, and there it goes, Kerio mowing the grass once more.
No! What happened? I think Ericsson hit us.
Very frustrating for him, as he is now at the back of the grid. A place where he has been a few times. As I was saying, a few times this season already. Switching over to Picho T9, who started P12, I think, or P11. He started P11, so lost 1 place, and is now under attack from Lance Stroll. The youngster, rich kid Stroll, looking to make a move on the rookie, who is on the alternate strategy, so these cars in front and behind him should be quicker, as they are all, I think, almost all on the soft tire, but Ficho opting to start on the medium tire as he gets a really bad exit off of the last turn, and now Stroll with that. As I was saying, Stroll with that amazing Racing Point power should be making the move, but Ficho is fighting back, not letting go of this place that easily, but Stroll beautifully round the outside of that long ass right-hander, holds it and gets the place from Picho T9. This shouldn't be that much of a problem for Ficho. He shouldn't be fighting, in my opinion, but because he is on the alternate strategy, so he doesn't want to lose that much time to these guys on the soft tires. But it would be a benefit more for him if he could keep these places. As we see further up ahead, it is Automotive Corner running P9, I think, behind a Haas and a Renault of Ricciardo, and the Haas obviously of Kevin Magnussen, as the other Haas of Kerio has gone for a little mow on the grass. But now Feature T9 actually looking to fight back, getting the DRS off of Stroll straight away and snatching his place rightfully back into turn 1. Should be an interesting fight. I don't think Stroll will let up. Obviously he is on the quicker tire. As we switch over to Kerio, who has made up a place already on the Williams of Kurita. And oh my god, Kerio! Chill out, you almost took Russell's front axle out. But it is fine and the move is done, so very nice move from Kerio. Damn! I mean, the Williams are already getting screwed over every race, but Kerio, just no mercy on him, as he's now running behind the Notiminator, who started last, or Notiminator in P17. As this group up ahead goes all the way to Ficho T9, so they are all together still. Kerio was closer to Notiminator, but screwed up exit out of that final corner, which is very important. Get a good lunge into the straight, or on the straight, into turn 1. As we see their Automotive Corner has gone for a spin. on the left hand side, if you didn't see, the Racing Point was turned around into turn 2, which is a very easy turn to lose the rear end, and Kerio and everybody moving up a place. So interesting stuff. The Racing Point from Adam O'Connor, who is the leading rookie in the championship, spinning and losing his points position for the moment. Still a long race though. Feature T9 now in P11 after overtaking Adam O'Connor, obviously, and still with the other Racing Point on his ass. The feature should, with the medium tires, go a bit longer into the race. It is only 17 laps, but still, if he goes long with the mediums, he can get a very nice ride out of the softs, being quicker than everyone. This engineer, they're giving him some advice, and I think he has a lot of other stuff to worry about, such as that Racing Point in his rear mirror, who is still lurking around. As up ahead we see Kevin Magnussen and Ricciardo going side by side, fighting it out. Amazing stuff from the two veterans in Formula One and now Bromula One, as they go side by side almost through the whole of the first sector. And now again Kevin Magnussen defending, and Daniel Ricciardo tries to go around the outside. They are going side by side again through this the last sector, as well as now we switch over to Choky Bobby, who is running P6 where he started actually. So
in this lap, push now.
as his race engineer just tells him that he is coming in this lap, so he is boxing this lap. Meanwhile, he is also getting under pressure from Carlos Sainz, the McLaren, lurking around him.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Jockey Bobby is coming in at the end of this lap, but he meanwhile also has to keep this place from Carlos Sainz, the home hero Spaniard, who is trying to get the Toro Rosso of Jockey Bobby off of its P6. But it seems like Carlos Sainz is a little bit...
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Interrupted by the radio message, is a bit too far back, so Jockey Bobby should be able to keep this place going into the pits. Just as his engineer said, he is coming in, taking the pit bollard with him. Don't mind him there. But we see the two Mercedes actually double stacking, so interesting stuff from them. I think Bottas, or simply the second Mercedes, did lose a little bit of time on that. And now look at this. Jockey Bob has lost a lot of time due to complications in the pits. A lot of people came into the pits, including Sebastian Vettel, who has lost a lot of time indeed. He was so far ahead along with the Mercedes, and look where he's now splitting Carlos Sainz and Jockey Bobby. So incredible scenes in the pits. Switched up everything. Carlos Sainz being the one who profited the most from that. Now Jockey Bobby running P11. Obviously still some people up ahead, like Ficho T9, who have not pitted yet. Now Vettel should get the move done quickly on Carlos Sainz, as he is already attacking him around the outside. Surprising to see Sainz actually defending, Choky Poppy goes deep, not the best hairpin from him, as now the Ferrari and the McLaren going side by side. Vettel losing the rear end, little bit of contact. Carlos Sainz actually holding on to this place as they go side by side into the chicane, into the chicken, and now Choky Poppy is right on the tail of Carlos Sainz. DRS open, but Sainz also has DRS from the Ferrari. The Toro Rosso is, however, closing up. Sainz goes defensive, and look, out of the pits come Hülkenberg. This will be 4 wide going into turn 1. What have we just witnessed there? I don't even know what happened, but Vettel came out on top, and Choky Poppy managed to keep follow of the Ferrari. That was really awkward going into turn 1. Nico Hülkenberg coming out of the pits.
The car behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre.
As I was saying, Hülkenberg coming out of the pits just as the 3 of the other guys were going 3 wide into turn 1. So some of them had to back out, and the Ferrari and Choky Poppy came out on top in that situation. Straight away the Ferrari is pulling away a little bit from this group, obviously, as we would expect. Switching over to Kerry, who is running P2 at the moment. Obviously hasn't pitted yet as he comes into the pit. Yeah, he was coming into the pit, and then he just hit the wall and spawned straight back onto the pit entry. So yeah, don't know what happened there. Interesting stuff from Cario, but we are used to that from him. He always delivers as he is switching front wing. So did he break the front wing coming into the pits? We got a little bit lucky with the game. I mean, what game? This is Bromula One. Got a bit lucky with, yeah, luck. This is no game, people. This is real life. Bromula One is.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Very serious. And now Cario switching over to the softs, so should have a lot of paid advantage, but did lose out a lot in that weird entry to the pits, and obviously changing the front wing as he is now running again behind the Williams, with only Adamato Connor, who is having a bit of a nightmare of the race, behind him. Williams passing the Williams should be an easy task. Very sad to see that Williams is still not running a competitive car, as Kirill has lost it.
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
Scenes from the Haas driver. Once again he breaks his front wing, and this time not only front wing, he took out his whole right front tire.
Full course caution. The safety car is out. Keep an eye on
And
the
look
delta.
at this, we have a full safety car.
Maintain positive delta.
I think this is the first safety car of Bromula One history. History is being made here in Spain, thanks to Kerio, as he crashes his ass completely into the wall in that back straight. So the pack will bunch up once again, and this should be an interesting fight to the end. As this could actually be very profiting for Ficho T9, who has not pitted yet, and he is probably going to pit this lap, as everyone is going slowly, so he's going to benefit a lot from this safety car as we just fly by the wall, who Kerio just destroyed, losing that into that very awkward right-hander going uphill. Blind, actually it is a little bit of a blind corner. Ficho T9 has pitted already, so I think Ficho T9 pitted while on that same lap that Kerio spun, so still made up a lot of time on that. He is now P9 behind Sainz, so he is right in that fight as well. Sainz is following, trailing Choky Poppy, so and Ficho is on the soft tire, so he could be in a dangerous position for the guys up ahead. as still Automotive Corners has not been able to profit from that safety car as well, so still running P20 or P19 should I say, as Kerio has crashed out. As we see all of them bunch up again. Leading this race is Charles Leclerc at the moment, followed by the two Mercedes, Alex Albon P4 and Vettel P5. Best of the rest is Choky Poppy, running P6 at the moment, but being as actually two cars splitting Choky Poppy and Feature.
Safety car is in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
As Feature's engineer was just telling him that the safety car is coming in this lap. So we have Choky Poppy, Hülkenberg, Sainz and Feature in this up front best of the rest group. Let's see, Feature being the only soft tire runner, so he should have the pace, more pace on his rivals. As safety car is coming in, the pack is speeding up. Overtaking is only allowed after the safety car line. Not the best restart.
Green flag.
Not the best restart for Feature,
You've lost some time to the car behind.
as he would wish to be a little bit closer going into turn 1, but Choky Poppy up ahead, having already to deal with Nico Hülkenberg.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
This four-way fight should be very interesting to the end, as the guys up ahead, Leclerc, two Mercedes and Albon are pushing away as expected. Feature T9 goes for the move on Sainz. Will he be able to make it stick? Sainz still holding on to that outside line. Contact made. Feature almost loses the car, but he manages to snatch P8 away from the home hero, who is still right on his tail, but not going to attack right now, as Vettel is actually going very slowly.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
The Ferrari must have a problem or something, because his teammate, the two Mercedes and Alex Albon, are pulling away like madman, and Vettel is lurking behind, so the Ferrari definitely has a problem. So these guys could profit from this and gain another points, a very valuable points position. As we see Choky Poppy closing up to the Ferrari in that Ferrari engine, which is a very unusual thing to see. So Vettel obviously dealing with some problems in his Italian works car. As we see Choky Poppy just getting a way better exit than him, so goes down the inside of the Ferrari. We don't really see that often.
Nice move. Good job.
The message from the engineer there, congratulating him on his move. But we don't really see this often. Toro Rosso overtaking a Ferrari, and Renault and Alfa Romeo should do the same, as Vettel is very slowly. As you can see, Choky Poppy already pulling away, so this should be actually very helpful for Choky Poppy. As oh, a little bit of contact everywhere. Don't think there has been any damage though. So Choky Poppy can just drive away from these two guys who are lurking behind him and could be in a position to take his place. But Vettel is holding him up at the moment. This Feature again, not the very...
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
Not the best exit from him, is what I was saying, into the start-finish straight, as he comes under attack from Sainz, but
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
But up ahead, Nico Hülkenberg has, as you saw, snatched the place from Vettel. And Feature T9 very much looks like he's doing the same, as Vettel just goes very slowly indeed. probably will retire from this race. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Maybe he'll just take the checker even without points. And now Fico trailing Nico Hülkenberg. Jockey Bobby driving away into the distance, trying to get as far away as possible from these two guys who now also have clean air. So they could catch up to the Portuguese prospect. Into this last sector, Fico does look very feisty and fast indeed on his softer, newer tires. But again, he doesn't get the very best exit onto the start-finish straight, and that is very important if you want to try a move down the inside of turn 1.
The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
As his engineer was telling him, Carlos Sainz not being able to stick around with these guys. He is falling back a little bit. But Hülkenberg has a very surprising fast, a very good pace on this medium tires in his second stint. So Fico not being able to challenge that much already, but this is not overtaking part of the track, so maybe he'll try a move into the hairpin. Again, didn't get the best exit. He is not getting the exits he needs into these crucial overtaking points around this Catalunya circuit. This third sector, almost impossible to overtake, besides that hairpin, that heavy braking hairpin after the back straight. Nobody saw that feature, don't worry. Cutting corners. Yeah, hopefully FIA will close an eye on that.
This is your final lap of the race.
Final lap of the race. Fico closing very much on Hülkenberg. Goes for a late move. Very late move. Contact with Nico. And the Renault is spun round. Yeah, controversy on the final lap of the Spanish GP. That was a very late move from Fico, but Nico Hülkenberg just scared to see that front wing down his inside, just backed out completely.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
And then got tangled up with the Alfa Romeo that caused him to spin round. So everybody moves up a place. Sainz goes into P7. Jockey Poppy P5 will probably keep this place from Fico. There's no way he's catching him. He's already down the back straight. And up front, Leclerc still leading, so Leclerc should take the win in front of the two Mercedes. Always nice to see, not every time the Mercedes winning, so positive stuff. As we ride on board with Jockey Poppy going around the final corner. It will be P5 for the rookie. He will be very happy with that. Best of the rest. Coming across the line. Very nice points for him. With that behind him, Fico P6. Cannot be unhappy with that. Starting P11. Also a nice chunk of points for the Serbian prospect.
P5 mate, P5, well done, great drive, great drive.
Well done, good.
Unbelievable, unbelievable, congrats guys, grazie mille a tutti, fantastic job.
As we just heard from the two drivers, they should be very happy with that result. I think they are very happy with that result, as you could hear. Charles Leclerc winning the race. The two Mercedes on the second and third place spots. The youngster Ferrari driver dominating the Spanish GP. Let's see the standings. So Charles Leclerc wins, two Mercedes, followed in second and third, Alex Albon P4, Jockey Poppy P5. Very nice race from him, as well as Fico T9, who followed him to the line P6. Nosiminator is the next rookie in P11, so not a bad race from him. Couldn't quite get the points as he started P20. Remember, and obviously Kerio crashing out on the corner, nightmare of a race from him. He finishes P19 actually, so he finished behind the Williams. Somehow he just didn't have the pace. I think he had front wing damage. So yeah, next round going into Monte Carlo for the Monaco GP. So always very nice to go there. Should be an exciting race. I mean, not a lot of overtaking, obviously, but yeah, it's Monaco, so we are very excited for that. Hopefully, you will join us there too. We'll see you guys there. Peace.